welcome to La Excellence. What I'm going to do today is linked to the 3 videos I have done earlier on how to write the general essay. What this video is going to do is to introduce you to the 7-day orientation course that we offer here at La Excellence on how to write the general essay, and I'm going to explain to you what we do in this course and why this course is very important for you to actually attend. So the course is divided across 7 days, 8 days actually, because on the first day I introduced you the various ideas that I introduced you in the first 3 videos linked to how to write the general essay. But the 7 days that follow are actually workshop classes in which we actually sit down and work through the general essay. The first class is on the smallest unit of an answer, of any answer, called the sentence. We will take sentences either from the question bank from the last 25 years of the UPSC system or sentences from anywhere and actually see how these sentences could be constructed better, how they could be written, how they should be written better, and that will train us in how to work with the smallest unit of the sentence to get the sentence right. Remember, you only have 1000 to 1200 words. Every sentence, every word actually matters. You have to avoid repetition, avoid empty phrases, avoid cliches, as I talked about in the first 3 videos, and therefore you need to pay very close attention to the sentence. The second class is on the paragraph, and we'll look at how a paragraph is constructed. It is, as I've said in the previous videos, formed of 2 parts, the topic sentence and the illustration or the development of that topic sentence. So we will actually spend the entire hour in a class looking at paragraphs and building paragraphs of our own. The third class is specifically on the thesis paragraph, which is the first paragraph of the answer. The thesis, as I've told you, is provided by the question, but how do you construct a powerful first paragraph that gives the examiner a clear sense of where you stand, what position you're taking, and excites the examiner to read the rest of the essay. Class number 4 is on how to make outlines. These outlines are not just of the actual answers that you're writing in the general essay paper, but also outlines on material while you're preparing in the months in the run-up to the exam. That is, when you're looking up a certain topic, how do you prepare an outline for that topic so that should a question come, you know exactly what material to use where. And this is across general studies, the general essay, and your optional paper. So basically, this is about how to make outlines on the material we learn as IAS aspirants. The next class, which is class 5, is about building evidence. Now, evidence is available to us everywhere, but what kind of evidence is valid? What kind of evidence is useful? How do you organize evidence? How do you put evidence into your answer? This is what we'll be looking at in class 5. Class 6 brings us to, and class 7 as well, bring us to the most important parts of the general essay. As I've told you before, the general essay, and indeed all IAS preparation, is based at 3 levels. One is at the level of structure, where you structure your answer, whether it's 250 words, whether it's 300 words, whether it's 1200 words, in a certain way, in the most effective possible way. The second level is information, which is evidence, right? How do you collect evidence? From where do you collect evidence? What is valid evidence? What is not valid evidence? But the third level, the third layer of this IAS preparation, after the structure, after information or evidence, is how to actually process that information or that evidence and make it into an argument. Remember that the general essay is an argumentative essay. And the last 2 classes, building an argument and evaluation paragraphs, that is looking at the conclusion of the answer, actually go through practice the difficult task of actually learning how to develop an argument, learning how to have a perspective. This also is important for the interview. At the interview, you'll be asked a question. You're supposed to think on your feet, come up with an answer, have a clear and informed position on that question to impress your interviewer. So therefore, these last two classes will culminate a 7-day workshop that amounts to a foundation not only in writing the general essay, but also in preparing for the IAS across several months, and also in your preparation across the other two domains of the general studies and the optional paper. All these orientation classes will integrate questions of grammar, questions of syntax, and other issues of language. And also, in all these classes, we will be actually solving questions from the past 25 years in the general essay section. Therefore, this is an extremely important foundation for your preparation, specifically for the general essay, but for the UPSC in general. Thank you.